Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham is the latest in the long-running line of DC animated movies. It's based on a graphic novel of the same name, which I've never read, to be honest, primarily because it is kind of Lovecraftian, Cthulhu type nonsense, which I have to confess right off the bat is not a good start for me. The whole Cthulhu myth and the Lovecraft stuff has never been something that has interested me all that much. And I think of a film like Hellboy, in which Guillermo del Toro heavily leaned in to the whole Cthulhu mythology. But that mostly took up the ending of that film. I like Hellboy as a movie, and that's predominantly because most of it is more your Mike Mignola kind of stuff and your typical kind of Del Toro monster work. But the moment that film got into Cthulhu, right at the end, when it's just a big tentacled monster coming out of space, I just wasn't interested. It felt like an ending tacked on anyway. But here we get a lot of that stuff. This feels very kind of reminiscent in many ways of that first Hellboy film, but not in a good way. I don't think the animation is quite as good as some of the other DC animated movies, particularly the last one that I kind of reviewed on here, Batman and Superman, the Battle of the Super Sons. That was a very good one. I highly rated that film, in fact, and it got me quite excited to watch a few more of these as they came out. You know, when you get a good one, it kind of spurs you on again. It gives you faith, gives you confidence again that we're going to get some good work coming from them. But we had a slightly average affair with Legion of Superheroes, and now we get this, which quite frankly was bit of a dull fest. I was not that engaged throughout most of this. You know, Batman goes to the Arctic, or Bruce Wayne goes to the Arctic. It's set in like your more kind of Jack the Ripper, old London times. And yeah, like Gotham by Gaslight, one of the other DC animated movies, it was set like kind of similar kind of time period. I really loved, and it's actually one of my favourite of the DC animated movies. So you can do something good with that time period. This isn't it. And again, like I say, it's because the story, it's just not that engaging. There's a whole theme being worked in about the sins of the father being visited upon the sons. Something that, a bit of a trigger point for me, because I actually worked on that very theme within a script I wrote myself for a Batman animated movie. It's I don't think it's written very well here. I don't think it's worked into the fabric of the story in a way that is truly meaningful. Or certainly engaging at any rate. It might be meaningful, but it's not engaging. And if it's not engaging, then I'm just not interested. You know, I don't care about the characters as a result. I feel like they spend so much time trying to reference the world of Batman that, you know, modern audiences know, as in Batman within the modern Gotham City. You know, let's reference as many Robins as we can possibly do. Let's reference all the different villains in Batman's Rogues Gallery. It's like, well, no, if you're going to do that, then you may as well just tell a modern day story in the modern day Gotham with the modern day version of the characters. If you're going back in time and you're setting it as a period piece, then do something different with the characters. Change them up a bit. Like invent new characters. Like if you look at Gotham by Gaslight, again, as I say, they did something a lot different with that film, in that they took a particular character that we know from the Batman mythology and they completely turned it on its head. So someone who's normally quite heroic became quite villainous, and it was quite a nice twist, and they used it well, even diverging from the comic book source material of which that film was based on. Again, I can't say anything about the comic book version of this because I've not read it. But as far as the film goes, I just feel like, yeah, they've taken the characters from the modern day, just stuck them in a different period, and then told a really dull story with it that, again, doesn't interest me. And as a Batman fan, that's quite heartbreaking because whenever they announce that they're bringing out a new Batman movie, animated or otherwise, that excites me as a Batman fan. It's like the DC animated stuff. Whenever it's like a Justice League movie or a Green Lantern movie or something like that, I'm like, all right, I'll watch it because I do enjoy these. But when it's a Batman movie, I'm like, yes, come on, I'm all up for that. Whereas, yeah, I watched this and it was just disappointing. The animation just wasn't that great either. It felt a bit stale. Like I say, the Batman and Superman Battle of the Super Sons, the animation on that was really good. They changed the style slightly. They've done something different with the backgrounds using 3D animation, and I thought it worked really well. They upped their game. Whereas here, I feel like they've gone 2 steps back. So yeah, so not a great one for me. But do you disagree or do you agree? Let me know down in the comments section what you thought of Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. Thank you for watching this review, and until next time, cracking.